Danny Gorog is the Chief Executive of Snap, Send, Solve. Grateful for your time. Danny, when I read that, and I thought, well, good on him, he's having a go, but I'd rather that they fix potholes within 24 hours than graffiti. Have you got any stats?
We do, yeah. Good morning, guys. So the stats are actually pretty alarming. I mean, last year we had nearly 22,000 reports sent to Vic roads, and they range across a number of issues, including obviously potholes and graffiti, but other things like, dead animals on the side of the road. I mean, the Vic roads, Department of Transport maintains all the major arterials and main roads. But the numbers that I've got say that there were quite a lot more potholes reported than graffiti issues, but we had about 6,100 reports of potholes on main roads versus just under 1,000 reports of graffiti on freeways. In terms of the growth, that pothole issue is up 137% year on year, and graffiti is up about 60%. So I think you're right. I think potholes are the key concern. And when you drive down one of these roads, I've driven a bit in the country. It's pretty appalling the number of potholes you see.
So Danny, just a quick advertisement. Snap, Send, Solve. I think I know what you do, but just quickly tell us what you do.
Thanks. So Snap, Send, Solve is a free app for the community, free download off the App Store, and very easily lets you identify and send reports to different authorities. So if you're in a playground, you see a broken swing, you can use it for that. You see an abandoned trolley, you can use it for that. And what we do is, based on your location, based on the photo, we'll send that off to the relevant solver to get solved. And if it goes to the wrong solver, so Vic Road is actually a slightly difficult one because some people don't know the difference between a council road and a state road, but the councils and the states can kind of reassign those reports automatically.
I don't know the difference.
The difference is state roads normally have sort of traffic lights in their main arterial roads. That's the main difference. But still, I mean, it's a significant issue, and I think graffiti, is important, but the state of the roads. I mean, I've got a really good friend who lives just around the corner, and every 3 months he needs new tyres on his cars, and he asked the guy at the tyre shop, why do I keep getting punctures? And he said, well, it's just if these tyres hit these potholes just on Dandenong Road where we live, that's what causes the damage. So, I mean, the cost to the community for potholes, I think, would be enormous, and they're just frankly very dangerous.
Yeah, and interesting from Snap, Send, Solve's perspective, 6 times as many complaints about potholes, which does not necessarily mean there are 6 times as many potholes as there is graffiti. It just means
Correct.
People are 6 times more motivated to get in touch with Snap, Send, Solve about potholes.
I'll give you a couple other stats that we collect. So we ask snappers, people who are using the app to do reports, to give us ratings and feedback about what happens when they do their reports. And we only get about 15-20% of reports get rated, which is actually incredibly high. But the rating for Vic Roads last year was 2.68 out of 5, which is pretty poor. A sort of a council that's doing well could get, 4.3, 4.4, and a council that's doing less well might get 3.5, 3.7, but 2.68 is pretty average. The other stat we ask them, and this is a bit depressing as well, is did the issue get solved? Now, in 2023, 78% of reports that went to Vic Roads, Snappers told us they got solved, but last year it was only 67%, so it went down 11%.
Okay. We're going to talk to you more.